Hey everyone, Christy here for my week 44 Project Life process video. And I'm feeling pretty good because I'm almost caught up. I just have 3 more weeks to go, and I'm hoping I'll have some time tomorrow to do yet another video. So we'll see how it goes. My layout started with that black card on the right hand side. It says, I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. And for those cool people who know, that's a quote from Harry Potter, which I love. My daughter's starting to get into a little bit of trouble. She's a bit mischievous, so I thought that card was perfect and decided to pair it with some pink and white. Now, I had picked out my cards previously, but when I sat down to do my layout, I just wasn't feeling the kind of pale pink. So I pulled from some paper pads. First one that you saw there was from Crate Paper, and the paper pad was called Kiss Kiss. And then the individual pieces of paper that you saw were from Heidi Swapp's September Skies. So here I now realize that I hadn't shown you my stash of embellishments that I had pulled out to use in this layout. So you saw some little word chipboard pieces from Studio Calico. That circle in the right hand side is from Studio Calico as well. And then you saw some alphas and labels from Ali Edwards. These rub-ons are from Gossamer Blue, and I believe they're Maggie Holmes. Those 2 cards I got in a pocket letter, and I wish I knew where they were from. Tiny word stickers from Maggie Holmes as well, along with these chalkboard black and gold stickers. Then this frame I had in my stash for a while, and it's not true 3x4, so I never used it before because none of the photos that I used were not were that size, so it just wouldn't work out. But then I had this collage of photos on the left hand side, and the sizing was perfect, so I knew I had to use it on that layout. And I have quite a few of those kind of chalkboard frames, but I just chose that one, and it says best in the bottom corner of that. And then this, oh, you missed it, that wood veneer is from Colorcast Designs, and I actually won it. My friend Tara and I each won a wood veneer piece from Colorcast Designs on Mother's Day, and it says, OMG, my mother was right about everything. So here I am, I'm cutting down my photos and kind of just going through the usual routine. So I have all laid out on my cards and photos, and now I'm going through and trimming down and kind of placing a few embellishments here and there, ones that I know where I want them to be. And now I'm starting to corner round, and I actually cut out some of the corner rounding for you so you didn't have to watch me. Yeah, but those photos that you see me working on right now, the little collage there, are from Mother's Day. My husband actually bought my daughter and I matching pajamas, and they both have Hello Kitty, and it's so cute, and I just love those photos because my daughter is just so happy and smiley, and it just makes me so happy. So it was a perfect Mother's Day. And just so, like, I'm not usually like a gold person, but I'm finding that there's so many awesome gold embellishments coming out recently that I'm really loving them. So you saw me place down a like chalkboard sticker that had little gold lines, and just place that mom wood veneer from Gossamer Blue on top of there. And then these tiny word stickers are from Maggie Holmes, and that one that I placed down on that card says so darn cute. The only thing with the gold is it doesn't really show up so much on the video, but hopefully the photo stills at the end you'll get a better idea of what it looks like. So yeah, just kind of add a little flag with the tiny word sticker to that one card just to kind of give it a little extra pizzazz. Here I am kind of working on the layering of these photos so that you can still see all 3 photos in all their glory, if you will, and decided to put the frame around the last one, which is like my favorite one. So yeah, pretty cute. All the cards, most of the cards I should say, are from Gossamer Blue this week. There's only 2 cards that I use that are from Studio Calico, and that is like the the card that has a 3. I chose that card because it is next to the photo of my mom, myself, and Nora, so it's going to say 3 generations. And then the card in the top right hand corner, the white card with the little black stitching, is also from Studio Calico. The Hooray for This, the pink journaling card, and the Solemnly Swear card are all from Gossamer Blue. And then, as you saw, I chose a lot of the 4x6 as from paper pads. So I got this twine in a rack or a swap or pocket letter, I can't remember, and decided I wanted to use it kind of layered underneath this circle embellishment that says walk on the wild side. My daughter is very close to walking. She's kind of walking along furniture, so I thought it would be perfect for this week's layout. And then I kind of layered some more twine, string, whatever you want to call it, underneath that wood veneer. The labels you see me using now are from Ali Edwards, the One Little Word kit pack, and I hadn't opened them up previously, and I was expecting like all black labels, but there's actually like different grays and then the black, so that was kind of neat to see. Pulling out this other tiny word sticker. I believe it says, like, I can't see it, our sweet little life or something like that. So I thought that was pretty appropriate for that photo of my husband and my daughter. And that pink puffy sticker that says love it is from Heidi Swap, in with her planner, goodies, and that kind of thing that I bought at Michael's. So I kind of let the string kind of sit there for a minute while I decided whether I liked it or not, and then decided to adhere it down. And because the string was underneath this wood veneer, I kind of had a hard time tacking that down. So I ended up putting some old school foam dots under there. See a lot of people with foam tape while watching process videos, and I don't have any of that, so I better add that to my list. Just doing a little bit more layering on this card. This card actually turns out to be my favorite in the whole layout. I just really like how it came together and it's all clustered and stuff, but still allowing lots of room for journaling. Alright, so there you see the foam dots I was talking about, and they make it pretty bulky, so I think before I put this layout in my album, I might kind of try and squish it down a bit, like put some weight on that wood veneer just to kind of press down the foam dots a little bit. Just returning back to this card and adding a few more embellishments. That gold heart is from Studio Calico, and also that little enamel dot. And I knew that I wanted to use the stitching rub-ons from this pack. It's called Notes and Things. I'm not quite sure who the manufacturer is. But anyway, I knew I wanted to use the stitching on my title card, so I felt like I should use another rub-on throughout my layout. So I just cut apart part of a heart, part of a circle there, and layered it underneath that cluster. And here I am just cutting another rub-on. It says the best day, and I'm going to attach to that journal card, and there I will talk about my first Mother's Day and getting the pajamas and kind of like what we did on that day. And then you'll see I'm just kind of tossing things up in the left hand corner there for my title card. I still don't really have an idea for my title card, so I'm kind of just focusing on other areas, and we'll return to it a little bit later. Alright, so moving on to another photo. This photo, it doesn't really have any significance. Like, it wasn't like a special event or anything like that to document. It was a photo I had taken throughout the week and wanted to use it because it's like so cute. So, anyway, that gold today is from a Fancy Pants ephemera pack that I kind of showed last week but didn't end up using. The black label is from Recollections brand, and then the tiny word stickers, just a couple random sentiments that I thought were suitable for the photo, and then a few more of those like little enamel dots. And while I had the tiny word stickers out, I felt like I should put some more on the right hand side of the layout. So just picked one that said "So Special" to put on top of that label there, which is also from Recollections. So now you see I'm pulling out these Studio Calico chipboard words. Off camera, I had pulled out all the words and kind of sorted through them. And to be honest, it's kind of frustrating. This package of little words is kind of frustrating because there's really no rhyme or reason to the words that they chose to include. Like, you would think that they would include like a lot of ands and you and your and the, but there's like one of each maybe, and so to like write a cohesive sentence is next to impossible. So I was able to make kind of two sentiments that kind of make sense. The one on the right hand side with my daughter standing against the ottoman there says she should take more time, which I was trying to express like slow down, don't grow up so quickly. And then the one photo on the left hand side says, these people came to see you, which is kind of ridiculous. Anyways, you see that I pulled out my Dymo label maker. I knew when I picked this 3 card that I wanted it to say 3 generations. So I tried finding some gold alphas to kind of tie in the gold, but I did not have enough E's in any of my gold alphas. And then I remembered that I had this label maker that I bought from Amazon quite a while back, and I thought that that would be perfect to tie in the black. So while I had it out, I decided to bring it in a couple places throughout my layout. So I did 3 generations, and then the week, and then Daddy's doll on the right hand side. You saw me bring out my wood veneer collection and just take out a few wood veneer hearts and place those around the layout. And I'm finally ready to tackle this title card. I have my little collection of stuff. I like the title card to kind of encompass all of the embellishments that I've chosen to use throughout my layout. So you're going to see black, white, and pink, bringing in that string that I used underneath a few embellishments to attach to that tag there, layering in that little strip of leftover white and black pattern paper. That hashtag or number sign piece is from the Fancy Pants ephemera pack as well, and I'm using it as a number sign. It's going to say week number 44. There's those stitching rub-ons that I was talking about, and I decided I wanted to use those because the card on the right hand side, the white card with the cluster there, has like this kind of black stitching around the edge, so I wanted to bring that in to the title card as well. And so I'm just kind of playing around with the placement before I decide. You see me snapping a little picture there because my memory just isn't the best anymore, and you never know when I'm going to get pulled away from scrapbooking here. So just wanted to make sure that I had a photo before I moved things around. So I'm starting with the rub-ons. Wasn't really big into rub-ons. Never really thought I would like rub-ons, but Maggie Holmes has this really great collection, and the sentiments are really good, and the embellishments that she chose to include are easily incorporated. So I don't mind using rub-ons if they're not too thematic or hokey. So yeah, just adhering those down. You see the wood veneer letters there. Those are from Studio Calico, and I bought them from Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure they'd be available elsewhere. I know I've seen similar letters at Michael's uh, in their scrapbooking section, so those are pretty accessible. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that title card turned out. I'm just going to add a few more enamel dots. I end up doing like a little strip of 3 along the side, and I really like how that turned out. It incorporates like all of the embellishments I used throughout the layout, so it turned out pretty good. So now we're on to date stamping. Um, like I said, a lot of the photos for this layout are from Mother's Day, so not too much date stamping involved. I am playing around a little bit more with double stamping, or like kind of doing like a gradient effect with the stamp. Especially you see it on that card that I just did, and then you're gonna see it again on the top right hand corner card. I kind of do a three stamps of the date there, and I skip through the journaling for you. I do take my time with the journaling just to make sure that I have like proper spelling and it's neat and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that about ties it up. I want to thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the time you take to watch and to leave the comments and give me a thumbs up. So yeah, thanks so much. Bye.